Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about how to get a free or low cost CPAP machine. And as someone who relies on CPAPs at night, this treatment can be so transformative and life changing. And that's why I want to help you figure out how to get one without breaking the bank, because I know way too many people who need these are going without them. So, if you aren't already aware, CPAP machines help treat sleep apnea, which is a condition that causes you to stop breathing while you're sleeping. And if you don't have a CPAP while you have sleep apnea, you're going to get a lot worse quality of sleep. You're not going to feel rested. It can also cause some serious health risks as well. But the price tags on these machines can be incredibly hefty, sometimes $500, $1,000 or more, and that stops a lot of people from getting the help that they need. But the good news is that you may not have to pay full price or anything at all, depending on what program you may qualify for. So let's talk about what your options are. So Medicaid may be able to help you if you are covered by Medicaid. It's going to depend on your state and your Medicaid policy. So I'd recommend that you look into what is offered in your area. In a lot of cases, you're going to have to prove that you're using it consistently, and that's pretty much true for all of these programs. They want to see that you are compliant with that treatment and that you're following through and using it. So if you have Medicaid coverage, that is the first thing I would recommend that you explore. Now, if you have Medicare, you may be able to get CPAP treatments as well. Medicare Part B may cover it. Certain Medicare Advantage plans may also cover CPAP therapy, but you will need to have both a prescription and a diagnosis for a CPAP. The way insurance handles CPAPs can be complicated. When I got mine through my insurance, I had to rent to own the machine for a year and prove that I was using it consistently. And then after I paid my copays for a year, then I officially owned the machine. From what I understand, a lot of Medicare plans operate similarly to that. It starts as like a 3-month rental, and then as long as you're using it consistently, then it becomes a purchase. From what our research team found, it looks like if you're on Medicare, you'll usually pay about 20% of the approved cost. However, I would recommend that you give these guys a call down here because Chapter is amazing at helping you find the best Medicare plan for you. And there are a lot of different options out there, and they all cover different things, and there's different out-of-pocket costs and all of that. So if you need a CPAP and you're on Medicare, I would call these guys just to explore what your options might be, because if there is a way to get that covered, these guys are going to be the ones who know about that. So go ahead and give them a call to investigate what your options might be when it comes to Medicare. Now, if you are a veteran, VA healthcare can cover CPAPs for eligible veterans. You will have to go through their process of getting a sleep study and a diagnosis, and you have to follow all those proper VA medical channels. But if it is determined that you need a CPAP, they will be able to provide that to you. In fact, if you fail CPAP therapy, they may be able to get you a BiPAP or even an ASV machine, which is like a better version of a CPAP as well. It just depends on how you tolerate the CPAP and what your actual needs are. So I would reach out to your local VA medical center or your primary care provider for guidance on how to go about moving forward with that process. Now, for everyone else who may not have those sorts of robust healthcare coverage, the Reggie White Foundation is dedicated to helping get affordable CPAP machines for those who can't afford one. It's not immediately clear from their website whether those are free or just very low cost. But this organization is named after NFL legend Reggie White, who was raising awareness about sleep apnea. You will need a valid prescription, and you'll need to complete a short application form. And then it looks like there's a small shipping and handling fee, but my research team who looked into this told me that it looks like it's free with that shipping and handling fee. So we're not 100% sure. I couldn't confirm that when I looked at the site. You can get started with that at the Reggie White Sleep Disorders Foundation website. Now, if that's not an option for you, medical equipment recyclers are amazing. Many nonprofits will refurbish donated CPAP machines and other medical equipment, and they clean it, inspect it, and make sure that it's in good working condition before they distribute them for little to no cost. We have a list of these providers on our website at lowincomerelief.com/DME for durable medical equipment. But you can also search in your area using terms like medical equipment reuse or medical loan closet. Those are great ways to find those kinds of organizations in your area. A lot of times your hospital social workers or rehab centers may also be able to connect you to additional local resources. Wellness, Sleep, and Circadian Network is an organization that was formerly known as the America Sleep Apnea Association. They offer a CPAP machine assistance program. These machines are gently used, they've been fully cleaned and tested, and for a $200 one-time fee, that will cover the entire setup, the machine, the humidifier, the tubing, the mask, the case, all of it. But there is a waiting list because this is such a good deal. So if you want to go this route, you need to be prepared to be patient because it's not entirely clear how long it's going to take for them to work through that backlog of people they have waiting for this assistance. In addition to that, they also have an annual mask program because even after you have the machine, you still need to be replacing that mask several times a year. So they offer a program where for $100 a year, they'll provide you with 4 masks, 4 filters, and 2 tubes, all brand new, to help you continue using that CPAP successfully. You can also buy the masks individually at a discount. $25 for one is not a bad deal. The masks that I've been using are way more expensive than that, even with my copays. So they do require you to have a prescription and you have to prepay for those. And again, there is a wait list because this is such a good deal. But I wanted you to be aware of it because I know how helpful this kind of support can be. Now, there are other sleep clinics and suppliers that offer payment plans or financial aid or affordable CPAP assistance. For example, Breathe California has a sleep safe program that serves low-income patients in parts of California. You can see their service area highlighted there. But don't despair if you're not in that area, because there are all sorts of independent living centers and disability resource groups all over the country that may be able to help you. They often pair with donation programs. There's all sorts of medical lending libraries out there that can let you borrow one temporarily and then they clean it up and prepare it for the next person. There is all sorts of different support out there. There's also this program called Second Wind CPAP. They are not a charity or a nonprofit. They are a licensed retailer. But just like those nonprofits we talked about, they take in the donations, they clean them up, and they resell them as refurbished or discounted units. Each machine that they sell is cleaned, tested, and comes with a warranty of up to 12 months. And prices are usually a small fraction of what you would pay for like a new retail machine. But you will need a valid prescription to buy one, even from Second Wind CPAP. So do be aware of that. I know that's also another hurdle that a lot of people face. There are new at-home sleep studies that are much easier to complete. They often cost $200 or less, which I know is still prohibitive, but when you think about how impactful this can be for your sleep, if you have sleep apnea, that test amount is really worth it. Now, like we said, before you apply for these machines, you need to have a valid prescription. You need to make sure that if you're buying used, that it's certified and sanitized. Please don't just buy one off of like Facebook Marketplace. You don't know if that's going to be safe or functional. For the better programs, you should expect some waiting. They have a lot of demand coming in. And of course, for some of these more popular programs, you do need to be aware that they are in high demand and there's likely to be a wait. Now, if you have Medicare, give these guys a call. If there is any sort of plan that's going to offer you great coverage, these are going to be the guys who know about it. They are experts at helping people find the best Medicare plan for their needs. I can't promise what those plans are going to offer. I just know that these are my go-to sources for information on all things Medicare. I ask them all sorts of questions all the time. So there's that number if you're interested, and we will be back soon with more ways that you can save money and get free stuff. I'll see you there.